Yeah, I'm back for another rant video. Okay, and this time I want to talk about going into restaurants, diners, eateries where you're inconvenienced. Now, I'll explain what I mean right away. This morning, or late this morning, was kind of a brunch. My girlfriend and I decided to go to a place to eat. And we wanted to eat in peace. We always want to eat in peace if we can. But what always happens, you could bet your life on it, without fail, there must be something about the way my girlfriend and I look, that we have an appearance that the people seating us always think we just love children. Because without fail, they always sit us down next to kids. All the time, or across from kids, or diagonally, or something like that. And I look around sometimes, and the place is pretty empty overall. Why do you gotta sit us by the kids? Do I have a sign on my face that says I like to be annoyed by obnoxious, entitled little brats? You know, I don't get it. Oh, sure, we can ask to change our seat if it's too much, and most of the time we don't. But we have, we're not bad. Despite how a video like this comes out, we try to be fair about it. But look, guys, here's the thing. If you're a parent and you have children, don't bring them to places, restaurants, and diners where a lot of people want to have a nice meal in peace. Now, wait a minute. I know what you're going to think. Oh, listen to this guy. He's got some nerve. This guy's down on children. Oh, I'm done with this guy. I don't want to watch any more of this video or him or anything to do with it. Look, wait a minute. Listen to me and hear me out, because I got your best interest in mind too, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. Now, I'm not talking about kid-friendly places like Chuck E. Cheese or McDonald's or Burger King or Jack in the Box or silly places like that you expect to be having kids around. I understand that. I'm talking about restaurants. I'm talking about places. I don't hate kids, but I'm of the feeling that in a lot of cases, the old saying is apt when they say, children should be seen and not heard. And in places like restaurants and diners, maybe they shouldn't even be seen. Okay? Leave them home. And here's how I'm going to explain why you people with kids that might be put aback by this and say, oh, I can't believe he's saying this, how I'm thinking of you too. Even you people who have children, you must know there are times when you want to get away from them, right? And you want to have with your wife or your husband, just the two of you together, maybe a date night, get away from all the noise and have a little peace and quiet for an hour or two. Finally, just leave them home. Maybe you get a babysitter. Some of you know what that's like. You get a babysitter, or maybe a friend or a relative watches the children. You go out with your significant other. And is there anything worse than trying to get away from your kids and going out and other parents who are with their children? They come in there and they decide they don't really care. They're inconsiderate. They don't give a damn about you or your privacy. They're just going to come and let their children run amok. You know what I mean? And it's not the kids' fault. It's the parents' fault. I don't blame the kids. All right? But the thing is, like this morning, we went to this place to eat. And sure enough, we were sitting by a table across from us. And there was a father and 3 children. The mother wasn't there. But anyway, Dad was sitting there, and you had 2 boys and a little girl. And, it's bad enough when these kids are always, like, talking loudly, obnoxiously, and making funny noises. And in the case of one of the boys getting up and running around, and he didn't even do anything to tell him to sit down. He just let him run. But it's really bad what the little girl was doing. I don't know if she was just ready to go home, or she'd had enough, or she didn't like her food, whatever. She just started screaming. Ah! And I looked at her, and my girlfriend looked at her, and the father was like, all right, stop that now. Stop it. She just kept going, ah! What the heck is that, man? I mean, don't you care that there's other people here trying to have their privacy? They're trying to enjoy a meal? We don't need to hear that. You got to learn how to deal with your kids. Although these days, I understand if you deal with your kids, the kids will get a lawyer and sue you. I get it, because we're so mixed up in this lousy world today. But seriously, folks, as I say, is it too much to ask? I mean, just, you want to do that, go over to a Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I mean? Go over to Applebee's or something like that. But don't come into a restaurant or even a diner where a lot of people like to eat and pull that kind of crap, okay? Anyway, I hope you know where I'm coming from with this. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. And as I say, it's not just for those of us that don't have children. It's even for some of you that have children, but have enough courtesy once in a while to just leave your kids at home with a babysitter when you want to get out, as my camera was falling down here, when you want to get out and enjoy a night on the town of yourselves and have some peace. You know what I mean? And of course, it's spoiled by other people, parents, who do not have any class and do not want to leave their kids with a babysitter or anything. Yeah, I know it's expensive these days. Things cost money. But other people are paying good money to have a nice, quiet, private meal. God bless.